Come on, I tell people all the time, man. Like, when I came down here, man, I had to work with Polo. Man, I ain't get no publishing off them songs, man. He was supposed to be giving me all the publishing in the world, man. Like, bringing Gucci to the studio, bringing Jeezy to the studio, getting Lil Wayne to do these records. But I knew at that time I had to pay my dues, man. Everybody got to pay their dues, and I still did all them songs and still made it. Loving This Club, I put Jeezy on that joint. Turning Me On, Kerry Hilson, I put Lil Wayne on that record. Drop It Low for Esther Dean, I put Lil Wayne on that record. Back to the Crib, I put Jewels on that record with him and Chris Brown for Polo. You know what I'm saying? Like, I done did my part. I done brought Gucci to the studio and had him do Spotlight for Usher. Had him do I Think I Love Her. Like, I done did the joints. I done put the work in, bruh. And guess what? I was cool with that because I was getting a paycheck. At least I could make some money to pay my bills and give me time to build up my portfolio and turn the chubby baby to icon. So sometimes I want y'all to know, you might not make no money at first, but keep going and you'll make some money later. You build your name up, ain't nobody can't take that from you, dog.
What's good, y'all? What's the Numbers TV? It's your boy Paul Rowe. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already, and like a video if you appreciate the content that Paul Rowe and What's the Numbers is I provided. Today we back with a profile piece. This one is on Chubby Baby. In this video, we will talk about his early years coming up in the Bronx. After that, we'll discuss the moves Chubby would make from an early age by taking his show on the road. Then, we're going to highlight his time in the rap game and where it would take him, as he was linked to one of the hottest hip-hop crews of all time, before finally breaking down the details surrounding his death. Chubby Baby, real name LaShawn Sylvester Rogers, is from the South Bronx. Growing up on 180th and Southern Boulevard in a harsh environment will be rough for Chubby, but it ended up installing a hustle in him from a young age that will stick with him through his entire life. Chubby was a good kid, intelligent and well-liked by his peers, but in 1993, when his older brother was killed at just 19 years old, things started to change a bit. By 1995, without his big brother there to watch over him, Chubby started to get involved in the streets a bit. His personality and being a people person helped Chubby with his hustle, as he was able to network and expand his business rather quickly. Things were going good until Chubby caught a case at the age of 16 and had to do some jail time. He came home in 1998, and by 1999, Chubby had branched out to Columbus, Ohio, which is where he took his game to the next level. He began working with a hip-hop nightclub called the Red Zone in some type of ownership role, as well as still making moves in the streets. The money was coming in like never before, and Chubby was riding high off his success. A childhood friend by the name of Cameron, who was a well-known rapper, linked up with Chubby Baby in Ohio. And from there, things went to the next level. They threw successful parties together and also made some moves in the streets, which made Chubby a local celebrity in Ohio because of his many relationships in the streets and music industry. Chubby himself would try his hand at rap and released a bunch of songs with some high-level features. But over time, he really fell in love with the behind-the-scenes moves of the rap game. He loved connecting the dots, which helped everything come together to complete a finished product. After his success in Ohio, Chubby would relocate to Atlanta. While in the ATL, Chubby would make the decision to pursue a career in the music business instead of continuing to hustle in the streets. He teamed up with Polo the Don and Alex Guidowan of AG Entertainment to corner the Atlanta market and focus on music and entertainment promotions. From 2008 to 2011, Chubby Baby was an A&R for Zone 4 Inc. alongside Polo the Don. After meeting Polo the Don, Chubby went into overdrive in the A&R lane, putting people in massive Atlanta records together as DJ Unks Walk It Out and Rich Boy Throw Some D's on it. Next, he linked Kerry Hilson and Lil Wayne together on the record Turning Me On. Chubby Baby then became the official A&R for Zone 4 Inc. He also started his own record label, Awesome Life Entertainment, and began discovering and promoting new talent. Chubby's momentum continued to grow as he secured Usher and Young Jeezy record called Lovin' This Club. Lovin' This Club reached #1 on the Hot 100 and spent 3 weeks at the top of the charts. Chubby was now working with a bunch of different artists, some well known and others that were up and coming. One artist that Chubby really took a liking to was Future. The two became acquainted and Chubby eventually began managing Future. By 2015, Chubby became the vice president of A&R for the urban department of Epic Records. At Epic Records, Chubby was responsible for the careers of Future, 21 Savage, and many more. Epic Records is where Chubby's talent for finding new talent soared, and he succeeded in selling 47 million records and securing 4 Grammy Awards for Epic Artists within 2.5 years. In 2018, Chubby left Epic Records to become the senior VP of A&R of Hitco Music alongside L.A. Reid and Charles Goldstruck. Hitco Music roster included over 18 different artists. In the early 2020s, some health issues would start to arise past the cautionary levels they were at before. Chubby Baby, who had been dealing with diet and weight issues for a big part of his life, now had a few different medical ailments that were starting to break his body down little by little. Chubby, who was now a big name in Atlanta, would eventually start to focus on his own situation called Awesome Life Music Group. Now working for himself, Chubby would continue to make moves and connect the dots behind the scenes for a bunch of different artists. He also started his version of a podcast that focused on speaking to some key players in the music industry that could share their story and also inspire the next generation coming behind them. Over time, Chubby would still pop out, but not as much as people were used to. And as he dealt with health issues more and more, people started to see Chubby less and less. Sometime during 2024, Chubby's health took a turn for the worse, as he was now dealing with severe kidney disease. He had lost some weight, and while at a wedding, which was one of his last public appearances, Chubby was seen in a wheelchair. Still, his positive self, Chubby hoped for the best and still cracked a smile while he joked around with his friends. But sadly, things didn't work out the way everybody was praying for, because in November of 2024, Chubby passed away at his home surrounded by family and friends. His funeral was attended by hundreds of people who all had love for Chubby Baby for being a special one of a kind individual. Chubby Baby was 45 years old at the time of his death. But yo, it's What's the Numbers TV. This is a quick profile piece on Chubby Baby. Real name, LaShawn Sylvester Rogers, out of the Bronx. Relocated to Ohio, then to Atlanta. Well known from the movers and shakers from all 3 of those places. You understand? Likeable person. Did the music thing, did the business side of the music thing, did the A&R side of the music. Running labels, managing artists, getting money in the streets. Cameron used to get it in Ohio. Supposedly that's based on what him and Chubby was out there doing. You understand? At a time when when Cameron was kind of like in limbo, leaving one deal to the next or one label to the next, trying to get their money right. Supposedly they went to Ohio, got with Chubby, and took off, man. The rest is history. Now we all got the world-renowned Dipset that we know of today. That time when they was in, dire straits, Chubby came through and basically lifted the set up, put the set on his back along with Cam and some other members, and really got them where they needed to be. You understand what I'm saying? Like I said, well-liked dude in Atlanta, got a lot of love. Worked with Future. You understand? Well-liked person that a lot of people was looking out for as far as like checking for him when he was down and out. You had a lot of people that still was trying to make sure he was living his best life. His family was taken care of. So that goes to show you what type of person he was, man. That people was going out their way to take care of whatever he needed done. So hopefully, his family, my condolences to them. But on that note, man, I don't want to ramble too long. Bronx represented, man. Rest in peace to Chubby Baby, man. Official cat. A lot of dudes, like I said, had love and respect for Chubby, man. But on that note, man, we out of here. It's What's the Numbers TV. Any business, Polo, What's the Numbers at yahoo.com. What's the Numbers TV on Instagram. Batty Bills on Instagram. And What's the Numbers TV, man. We still here working, man. We out of here. Peace.